Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Black people, good black people, come through, come through. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday, and we got things to talk about. You already know what it is. It's your girl, Madam President with the Z. Madam President with the Z. Come on in. I'm just letting you guys pile up, pile up. We got things to talk about. We got things to go through. Yes, we have things to talk about. We have things to go through. Come on in. Come on in right now. I'm being patient with you guys. I'm being patient because I want you to come on in, get settled. It's Wednesday evening. All right, we got a few people in the room. I'm Chanel, Madam President from Chicago, born and raised west side of Chicago, Westinghouse High School. Let me know where you're from. Just start letting me know where you're from right now. Everybody, let me know where you're from. What side of town you from? You from the East Coast, West Coast? Let me know. Let me know exactly where you're from. Like that button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the comment button because we're about to get started. All right. We got several things. All right, Florida. Okay. We got Florida in the house. We got Florida in the house. Okay. St. Louis. Okay, St. Louis. We got St. Louis in the house. All right. All right, Milwaukee. That's by me. I'm from Chicago. So we got Milwaukee in the house. All right, Baltimore. Let me get some of that seafood. Be more in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Who else we got in the building? Who else we got in the building? I'm happy to be with my people. Montgomery, Alabama. Whew. Sometimes, boy, shout out to Alabama. Shout out to Alabama. We got to love the South. We got to love and appreciate any place where Black people are. You know, there's a high level of appreciation for that. No cap. I just want to get right into it. I got enough people in the room to start talking about what's happening. Pull out your phone right now. Do me a favor and text the word Queens to 31996. Again, pull out your phones and text the word Queens to 31996. All right, I'm with you guys. Chicago, low end, 34. All right, come on, Chi-Town. I'm from Chicago, Hester. Okay, Chicago, born and raised. New Orleans. What's up, baby? All right, Antoinette from New Orleans. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks, Darlene. I appreciate your support and your help on that. Letting everybody know where to text the word Queens to 31996. Text the word Queens to 31996. All right, let's just talk about how the man who killed George Floyd. Let's just talk about this really quickly. The man who killed George Floyd, Derek Chauvin, makes $1 million bond. Now, somebody have got to share with me, how is it possible that a man who's operating on a cop salary makes $1 million no cash bond? Tell me. Please share. This is the problem. This is why let me tell you something. This is one of the biggest problems of our country. Black people, we don't have resources. You mean to tell me a cop who kills a man, has his knee on his neck for 8+ minutes, can make $1 million bail? What happens is, what white men have, they have access to judges, they have access to laws, they have access to jurors, they have our whole functionality of white supremacy is constantly giving cops free for all. Just basically get a chance to do exactly whatever it is that you want to do and then walk free behind it. And that's absolutely unacceptable. This man should not have the ability to make $1 million bail. Well, let's talk about money. Where does a cop get $1 million from? Or 10% of $1 million, or whatever the cost is to get a person out out of jail. Normally, now I want to compare something really quickly. In the Khalif Browder story, he was wrongfully incarcerated in New York, right? Rikers Island in New York. So he's a teenager. They try to get this young man to make a plea deal. He doesn't take the plea because the young man say, hey, I didn't do anything wrong. The backpack that I had belonged to me. And hey, I'm not going to sign anything that incriminates me and say that I did something wrong. I didn't. This young gentleman, he basically had to stay in prison for years. Finally, do you know how much he needed to get out? He needed like $500 to make bail. His mother did not have access to $500. Same thing with Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland went to jail. Her bail was about $500. She could not make bail. She never made it out of jail. Never. So there's this line where I'm a strong believer of reparations, because we are owed money in this country. We are owed money. People owe us money. Okay? People owe us money. They don't owe us just the I'm sorry. They don't owe us come and vote. America owes us money, because there's a big wealth gap in our communities all across the globe when it comes to black and white. You know, we have people that's still in jail for small fees that they just cannot afford. And here it is, a guy who kills someone on duty makes bail. That's problematic. And that's why we need to constantly be focused on things that keep the black community whole, like reparations. So let's talk about this guy. He's out on bail. You know, George Floyd, the life that George Floyd lived is also a part of the problem. You know, George Floyd was treated better dead than he was alive. Hit the likes up and thumbs up. Come on, thumbs up. Show some love tonight. We need to get more people in this room so we can talk, so we can have a proper conversation like family. We need to go ahead, like and comment and share and let people know where you at. Text the word Queens to 31996. Text the word Queens to 31996. Text the word Queens to 31996. Show some love. Let everybody know where you at tonight. And let me go ahead and jump back into George Floyd, was treated better dead than he was alive. George Floyd did not have a consistent employment. He did not have consistent employment. They were so skeptical of this man that they didn't even believe that he had a real $20 bill. A real $20 bill. I don't know the community in which he lived in, but obviously money is a major issue in our communities. Money is a major issue with this wealth gap, because basically while white people were being able to have access to land, our grandparents was going through the back door trying to get access to job opportunities. And there needs to be some kind of correction to this as soon as possible, because the penalty is poverty. Poverty is the penalty for what slavery was. And so you have people like George Floyd getting 3 funerals, getting a gold casket. When he was alive, he wasn't even given opportunity. I'm just speaking facts. I'm speaking facts. I love our people, you know, completely. And I'm just speaking, I'm speaking facts. I'm reading a few comments along the way as well. So the thing is, we cannot scream Black Lives Matter and only on the contingency of death. You know, it's important that we make sure that those things are at the forefront of what we're pushing for. So we have another Black man who was literally gunned down in Texas. His name was Jonathan Price. But here's the strange thing about Jonathan Price. So Jonathan Price was at a gas station, I believe. And at a gas station, he basically was diffusing a dispute. He was diffusing a dispute. I'm trying to get this pulled up for you guys because I want to read to you what he said about how he loved white women. So Jonathan Price, he's a handsome black man who was killed in Texas. And I'm going to show you all his picture. I'm going to read the copyright infringement, just letting you all know that I'm sharing this with you for demonstration use, not for any kind of copyright infringement or anything like that. I would just want to make sure that I could show you all this. I'm going to share my screen with you as quickly as possible. Do me a favor and text the word Queens to 31996. Do me a favor and text the word Queens to 31996 as I'm going through looking for Jonathan Price love letter to white women. And so basically Jonathan Price, he was very attractive. He was attractive. He, was healthy. He worked out. And supposedly, he had this post that went viral at one point because during all of the Black Lives Matter, he basically said that he loves white women and he chooses white women over black women. So it really made me pose the question of if a black man is killed by the police and he prefers white women, is he not a part of Black Lives Matter? Is he not attached to the movement because of his personal preference? So I think that's a question that I polled to you all. I'm posing this question to you. I got comments over here. I'm coming back to you. Yes. Yeah. Yes. All right. I'm about to read to you guys what Jonathan Price said. So he was gunned down in Texas. If I can't pull it up quickly, I'm not going to worry about sharing it, but I wanted to share it. The police officer who killed him went on leave, but now he's in custody and basically his bail has been set for $1 million. The police officer who killed him, of course, is white. And just because Jonathan Price does not enjoy or like black women, I'm just going to say that we don't have to throw him away because he doesn't like black women. In fact, the reality is when black men don't like black women, they're just basically brainwashed in the society in which they are a part of. So it's not very common that you find black men who are so strong and such leaders in the thought process that they can handle a whitewashed world and still love their own. I mean, there are some, but the reality is if the world teaches you black is bad and white is good. So you have to constantly counter those kind of thoughts. You got to counter the news because the news put it out there too. You got to counter all the different environments because a lot of times when we are living amongst each other and we don't treat each other well, we think that that's just how everybody treats you. And that's not the case either. Every time we have a bad experience with one black person, we try to group it in and say, oh yeah, all black people. But the reality is, no, that's not the case. Black people are good to each other. Black people love each other. But I'm going to tell you something real. I'm going to kick it real to you as a black woman. As a black woman, when somebody of the black race do not love themselves, they can't possibly love me. And guess what? As a black woman, if a person doesn't like black women, that don't bother me. Because as a person who wants to always attract everything on a higher level, I cannot be concerned with who doesn't have an interest in me. So it's like cancer. If cancer is taking over the body and the mind, the doctor doesn't have much treatment for it. So when you meet men and people and women and other people who basically who has a cancer about what they feel about black people, I don't have time to cure that. I move along and I move around. So that's my recommendation to everybody else. Move along and move around. But the question still remains, does Jonathan Price publicly confessing his love for white women, does that matter for Black Lives Matter? Because the thing about Black Lives Matter is it's supposed to be, for some, it's basically saying, hey, look, this person that has been harmed, their life matter. Their life is important. They are a human being. And it's the same thing, sit in the front of the bus. It all has a common undertone of please love me, please accept me. So let me know what you think. While I got a second, let me go ahead and tell you guys, do me a favor, go to Fly Nubian Money right now. Go to flynubianmoney.com if you are about your bag, okay? And go to Fly Nubian Business if you are about your business. Go to flynubianbusiness.com. Now I talked about the brothers. Now we want to talk about Jordyn Woods. So Jordyn Woods, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but she's a Black girl, wealthy. She's pretty well off. I don't know who her father is, but I do believe that her wealth comes from her father. And she's a part of like the Kardashian family clan. And, that's how people pretty much knew who she was from popularity in that point. Well, basically, Jordyn Woods, she decides to get an OnlyFans page, right? Fans only, OnlyFans. So basically, these OnlyFans pages are supposed to be a space where people are just feeling so liberated, feeling so free. They can do whatever it is that they want to do, whether it's like sexually explicit, whether it's some form of nudity, or they can just sit with their clothes on and talk or play a guitar. I don't know. All I know is there's a monthly subscription for those who are participants in the OnlyFans page. And I just want to know, are Black women's participation in whole culture, is it harmful or is it helpful? I mean, like, come on now. I think about this. Of all the things that I could be, you think I want to be like a stripper? Of all the things in the world to be, of all the occupations, of all the things that I could be in the entire world, do you think I want to use my time to be like, yeah, I want people to see my titties? Like, what? That is absurd. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So in my opinion, I truly feel as if this kind of behavior is very harmful for Black people, for Black women. We cannot keep talking about, being over-sexualized if we take the time to over-sexualize ourselves as often as possible. So I don't think women like Jordyn Woods should be famous for body parts or famous for OnlyFans pages. I think like great women, they should be famous for their contribution to society that changes and molds the world into whatever place it's supposed to be in. Like, girl, you can make a whole tech app. You can like get with some scientists and figure out how to never have acne. You can figure out how to like, straighten your teeth as a child, like it's so many things that need correction. It's so many things that we can use our brain to enhance. However, if you think that like the only thing you can use is your body over your mind, then unfortunately, you're going to have a lot of women with big booties and no brains. And that is not okay. Okay. Which puts us to naked celebrities telling us to go vote. Okay, here's the thing. Do me a favor right now. What Candace said, you don't agree. Hold on, Candace. I get you. However, I don't agree. Candace, I need to know, why don't you agree? Tell me what's really like, what is it that Jordyn Woods can offer? Or which part don't you agree with? Go ahead. I want to hear. I want to see. So go ahead and tell me, Candace. I really am interested in your perspective on this. Can you type it up real quickly? Because I want to be enlightened. You know, I want to be enlightened as much as possible. So if there's something that I'm missing with, you know, female empowerment / nudity and selling body parts, I want to know what part of it that I'm missing. I get it. You know, when we come from a society where men are telling you what to do all the time, it feels, you know, like you're rebelling when you say, no, a man can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna show my body because that's what I want to do. But in my opinion, the man just told you to show your body. He just said, man said, look, you know what? I don't think you're good enough to become a doctor. I just think you guys should bake and have babies. And then you counter that with, you know, sexualized whatever. And I just don't consider that to be a healthy way of being self-made. I mean, it works. I get it. It works for a lot of people. But Candace, I'm gonna have to catch you next time because I'm trying to get folks to go ahead and type the words Queens to 31996. Do me a favor and text the word Queens to 31996. If you are about your money, go ahead and go to flynubianmoney.com. If you are about your business, go to flynubianbusiness.com. Another thing that I want to share with you all are votes. Everybody is trying to get votes. Everybody is trying to get votes. Every time you look left and right, please come vote for me. Come vote for me. Unfortunately, Joe Biden is not beating Donald Trump in the magnitude in which the Democratic Party was hoping for. And they are using every tool possible to basically get people to go out and vote, which they spend so much money trying to tell people to go out and vote. But, you know, I think they should start countering that energy and telling politicians to go ahead and put out your policy plan. Go ahead and talk to the people about what you're really going to do and how you're going to do it. That way, you don't have to go. It's like when you go to the bank and you tell the bank that you want a loan, right? The bank needs to see your track record and your credit in order for them to give you what you need to move forward, right? So that's what it comes to when it comes to politics. You know, it's like we the bank, they keep coming to us and they are in bad debt. They are in bad debt with the people. So when you want to come to us, you need to come to us with a business plan that's going to enhance and better our lives. Other than that, you moving in a very downward spiral. So they use, I mean, every celebrity you can think of, black, white, Latina, everybody, to basically say, come out and vote. But these celebrities, for some reason, had to do it nude. And I just don't understand why would they have to be nude to tell people to go and vote. But the campaign was sometimes you get a ballot that is naked. So go ahead and vote very naked. I find that very odd. I don't know who the management for that campaign idea was, but I just don't consider that a wonderful, wonderful idea. I gave you guys the breakdown of quite a few things today. So like I want you guys to do is text the word Queens to 31996. Also, what I want you guys to do is write this down, text your friend, go to flynubianmoney.com if you are about your money and you trying to get more money. If you are about your business and you trying to be about your business and get some more business, go to flynubianbusiness.com, flynubianbusiness.com, flynubianmoney.com. And of course, if you want to get some gear, go to shopfnq.com, shopfnq.com. I am Madam President with a Z. You can find me on all fronts of social media, Instagram, Twitter with one Madam President. All right, don't fall asleep because you got to stay woke. I'm out. All right, y'all have a good night. Peace. Don't forget to text Queens 31996. Text Queens to 31996.